Hey guys, Dylan here, and today we are doing yet again another Sonic Insanity. If this one seems a little familiar, it's because I've already done it before, but Alex Henriel ended up striking it down and there was no copies available because it got struck down with a privacy complaint. So we're going to do this again. This time I'll actually have a backup in case it gets struck down. Today we are going to be looking over Alex Henriel's Encyclopedia Dramatica page. And we start with it saying that she has GOATUS. You can help by not giving her any attention. Alex Henriel, self-entitled Sonic's wife, is a 23-year-old French bitch with about half a high school diploma and no job, who lives amidst her own feces in her parents' attic. She is most famous for her complete obsession and devotion for a fictional character, in this case Sonic the Hedgehog. As if this wasn't enough, that cunt is also known for her extreme narcissism, borderline personality disorder, and unflinching greed, and that is a picture of her right there. Get a good look at it. Sonic Passion. I already did a video on Sonic Passion. If you want to know more about it, check out that video. That cunt seems to have the mistaken idea that the world actually gives a shit about her utterly meaningless existence and constantly endeavors to garner attention, good or bad, for herself by any means necessary. But things weren't always like this. There was a time long ago when that cunt was simply a deluded internaut with an extremely creepy obsession for a non-existent woodland mammal. And we have a quote from her, I think. "I want him to trample me. I want him to vomit in my mouth. I want him to piss, shit, and snot in my mouth. I want to put my tongue in his ass and all. I would let him kill me. Would hang myself for him, cause I get insane, cause he is so beautiful." That cunt began her Toonfile religion in the Sonic Passion forums, for which she was and still is administrator, or was, because it's not around anymore. They need to update these articles so bad, but this is an archive of an archive of an archive, so I don't blame ED. She gained the reputation as being a little too devout and obsessed with this particular character, even amongst her fellow forumites. That's right, people who can honestly sit here and say that they want to be legally married to a fictional character think that she's too obsessed. This may have had something to do with the fact that her site seems to be nothing but an immense circle jerk between herself and a few other sad people who visit the site. Or perhaps it was her continued, almost desperate insistence that she would die for Sonic in all sorts of disturbing ways. Regardless of that case, she soon began to drive away any but the most hardened of fans, while also building herself a somewhat fan base, which is gone now, which numbers were somewhere between 0 and 7. I'm going for the former on that. Currently, Sonic Passion is a pay site, which no, it is just a redirect to her life story, which we're going to cover later, and requires $50 in order to get in. It seems to have become less about Sonic and more about a tight cluster of very lonely men jerking off to the thought of that cunt masturbating with her Sonic dildos, which that's bound to happen when you have a woman leading a forum. A bunch of creepy men are gonna follow, of course. I am famous. No, seriously, I am. That cunt's fame started back in June 26, 2005, when, starring in the online article Sonic Passion, a case study on idiots, which was my last video. Since the article was created, that cunt craves the attention that it has naturally attracted. Craving the attention means doing anything to get people to care about her, no matter what, whether it's a lap dance or a crazy rant. If you got the money, she'll give it to you. So now, she makes tons of sites about herself, takes sexy, and sexy is crossed out, pictures, and makes everyone worship her, worm-infested cunt. She believes that people admire her, or are jealous of her, which is apparently true, or both. Everybody loves her, and soon she will be rich and famous, and apparently she has enough money to reach out to Google and get everything about her taken off of the internet just about. So she has to have some money, and she got plastic surgery, so there's definitely some type of money in there, so she might have actually achieved her dream. She doesn't seem to realize that people are laughing at her, not with her. And we have another quote and a picture of her. "If you have a beautiful face, You don't need to show your body to draw attention. And then here are some pictures of her showing her body, being a hypocrite, or proving that she's ugly. Narcissistic personality disorder. Self-proclaimed princess, queen, goddess, Alex has the ego the size of Asia, and firmly wants to become a billionaire. Well, that's very unlikely, since she has considered herself deserving of all the money and attention of the world. She takes each one of her negative publicities as a compliment, and her ego grows with whatever attention she receives. Now, I actually disagree with this, because Alex Henriel struck down a bunch of articles on her, and struck down my video on her. Not only from YouTube, but also got it taken down from archiving sites like BitChute. So Alex is very upset. Upset enough to get shit taken off of BitChute, apparently. Good or bad. If you were to visit her official website, you could even notice that she's saved the wholeness of her deleted YouTube hater videos. I would love to watch those, which she is now archiving as real trophies. I remember when I was just a little child, people would always ask me, what do you want to be when you grow up? And I would always answer, I want to be a billionaire and a superstar. Remember when she just wanted to fuck Sonic? How did she get crazier? Her minions, the people who are willing to pay to enter Sonic Passion, are of course batshit crazy. And they are the people who seriously want to have babies with Eggman, Mario, and Tetris blocks. They are willing to defend that cunt's reputation no matter what, even in the face of undeniable proof of her greed, attention whoring, and general bitchiness. One of her biggest fans is a man known as Paul and Amy, and that guy is an infamous little cow. I might cover him one day. If you guys want me to cover him, comment down below and I'll think about it. A Sonic fag in his 20s and still having sexual fantasies about prepubescent hedgehog. And if I'm not mistaken, I think he might have been a pedophile. I don't really remember, but I think he actually might have got arrested. Also notable that Alex Henriel has a fan page on Facebook where people talk about their feelings towards her and answer questions she asks. Be sure to visit there and link them to this educational page to show, well, it's gone, so it doesn't really fucking matter. You're being funny, but it's gone. Real? It has been debated whether the cunt is really a nutcase, or is just starving for attention. The way she gets naked so easily and begs for money points to her just being an attention whore. Once upon a time, years ago, she loved Sonic, or at least that's what she claimed, but now she just wants your attention and money. She wants to be a somebody, to be famous. A few years from now, she'll be a crack whore, still dreaming of becoming a movie star and or a magazine cover whore. Attention is money, and money is attention. That's a quote from her. I am separating from Sonic Passion. I am not going into details, but I am definitely never post any shocking content of any sort on the internet anymore, including on Sonic Passion. You are of course welcome to purchase as many accounts as you like on Sonic Passion, but it will only be to see archives. My contents are not going to be renewed. My contribution to Sonic Passion is now discontinued. My involvement is terminated. A rather pretentious way of saying that she's leaving Sonic Passion. Please try to understand, I do not want to be known as the Furry Queen. Well, then that's all you should be known as. And Furry Queen all my life. So many people would never grow out of that. I want to become more than that. I am grateful for the blessings and opportunities God has granted me in life. I really doubt God has anything to do with your path, but I think he does have even bigger plans for me. My life is all about heaving myself up higher and higher, and apparently that includes getting my videos struck down. That's somewhere in God's plan. I was truly attracted to Sonic, but this was until I found out that he was voiced by a human. I was attracted to the virtual reality because I thought it was a completely synthetic environment, because I had a craving for the artificial, for perfection, and I've grown up persuaded that the game characters had computer-generated voices. You are fucking dumb. He started being voiced in the 90s. There's no way. He had voices in the cartoons. I don't believe that. That's fucking dumb. When I found out that this was not true around 2005, I think, it's been a terrible trauma in my life, and I've started to lose interest. So she lost interest with Sonic because Sonic wasn't an AI. Yes, I love Sonic as long as he fed my megalomania by being completely synthetic and unnatural creature. Well, he definitely is. But when I found out he wasn't the way I imagined he was, my interest for him started dying. That's a lot of people in the fandom. He definitely didn't live up to my expectations. Still a lot of people in the fandom. So I've even closed Sonic Passion. Then more and more disappointments began to come, until the day I really did not give a fuck about Sonic anymore. I wish more people in the fandom were like that and would just fucking leave. Only it was too late. Articles about me and my site, Sonic Passion, had been made online. My popularity was increasing, so I couldn't go back. I did not want people to lose interest in me, so I kept on pretending I loved Sonic, just to stay in the spotlight. Sonic was the only reason I was talked about, so I pretended I still loved him, and I don't believe that. I think she loved Sonic until the end, and then just hopped off Sonic and then made an excuse. Made an excuse to not seem crazy, even though she is. And this is some quotes from other crazy people, but I'm going to skip that and go straight to her. The first time I saw Sonic, it was in Green Hill Zone. And well, oh my god, I can't even put it into words. I can't even describe how I felt. The first time I saw Sonic, it was crazy. Yeah, it was just crazy. It's the only word I can think of right now. To me, it felt like the earth had stopped spinning. It felt like time had frozen. When I look back, I think it was just magic. I was just stunned. I must have stared at him, jaw dropped, for at least 15 minutes, maybe more. I lost all notion of time anyway. There was no love involved. How can you love someone you don't even know anyway? No, it was a physical attraction. Just like, you know, a kinda I want you to a point of passion that unhinges my soul. I was just attracted to his physique. It was like lusting after a supernatural creature. That's a quote from her. And here's one more quote from her. I think this is her, is it? Yeah. This is one more quote from her. Sonic does speak a little French that I taught him. So apparently she was going full Christian, thinking that she was talking to him. But he's not fluent. We mostly speak English. Of course you'd want to speak French when he's at home. But yeah, I am the kind of wife who likes to play the teacher. Scary. When I met him, he didn't know a single French word. We've started by the colors, and you spelled colors the French way. Fuck you, European colors sucks. Because I thought it was something I could inculate him easily. Then he'd point at his eyes and say, vert. Vert. And this whole fucking French thing is stupid. I'm skipping this quote. Fuck that quote. And I really don't care about any of the other quotes. So one thing you'll notice is that there's a section for Rule 34 and fan art. That is gone. Most of it is completely gone. Most of what I showed you in the last video is gone. But luckily I was able to clean it up and get you a couple pieces of artwork. So let's look at her art. We can see here that her and Sonic are definitely wrestling or dancing. This has nothing to do with sex at all, and I clearly put an outfit on Alex Henry, so there's no reason to flag this. This is just two friends wrestling or dancing with each other. And we can see here that Sonic is grabbing a spring and an item box from definitely Alex Henry, because she's known for having blonde hair. Brilliant artwork. Sonic's chest is like way too massive. His eyes are fucking all messed up. This is just amazing artwork. And I wish I had more to show you, but unfortunately it all got deleted. And that was everything on Alex Henry. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. I know it's probably not as good as the original video I did. Sadly, that's gone because Alex Henry struck it down. I'll do my best to preserve this video and make sure it doesn't happen again. If you guys like this video, hit the like button. If you really like it, share it. And if you want to see more, then subscribe. Thank you guys for watching, and stay tuned for the final Alex Henry video coming out soon. Bye, guys.